Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here today. I am Vrishti, your today's host, and I am a genetic engineering student. And for the past couple of years, I have been reading and learning about genetic diseases, not just the science side of it, but really trying to understand what these conditions mean for people's everyday lives, their families, and the choices that they navigate every single day. That's actually what led me to volunteer with Bharat MD Foundation, and that's why I get to be here with you all today for this evening. So, before we dive in, let me tell you a little about the organization that is making this conversation possible today. So, Bharat MD Foundation is a pan-India non-profit organization that was started in March 2022. What makes it genuinely special is who started it. It is not just any outside experts, but parents themselves. Caregivers of children living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy came together to build something that didn't exist before. So, this isn't any organization looking in from outside. It's built by families, doctors, researchers who understand this journey because many of them are living it. Their goal is guided by four goals. Their work is guided by four goals, I would say: prevention, management, care, and cure. And that is something I really do stand by myself. And everything they do is shaped by what they call the five A's, making sure care is acceptable, aware, approachable, accessible, and affordable. Over the last 3 years, we have reached thousands of families across the country, running genetic camps, offering counseling, and providing direct support like assistive devices, wheelchairs, groceries, and even help with school fees. It's a community built on simple idea that no family should have to walk this path alone. Now, today's conversation is a part of our ongoing series, Stronger than MD Rising Above. And this evening's theme is Turning Challenges into Strength, a lived experience from our MD community. And I genuinely can't think of a better way to bring that theme to life than through the story of our guest here today. Now, I request you all to welcome our guest for the session today, Mr. M. Sunil Kumar. And any reactions or anything from your side is most welcome to all the people joining us today. So I'll give you a small introduction about our guest today. So Mr. Sunil Kumar, a BTech graduate, currently working as a consultant at Infosys. He is also a Becker Muscular Dystrophy warrior, and what I find most striking about his story is how naturally he's built a strong, independent career for himself, all while navigating everything MD brings into daily life. Today, he's going to walk us through that journey with us, honestly, in his own words. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us today. Over to you. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you for your brief introduction. Just a second. Just yeah. Thank you, Rusty. Thanks for your introduction, and thank you for this opportunity to Bharat MD Foundation for allowing me to speak up. And I found this opportunity. I'm glad that I'm here to speak with you guys and share my journey. So, hi everyone. I'm Sunil. I'm 28 years old, and I am working as a consultant at Infosys. And yes, that's about me. And when I was 10 years old, I got diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. Yeah, that's about me.
Okay, so shall we start right at the beginning, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions ready for you if you're okay with answering them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's start with your education and your career.
Uh,
My first question to you would be, can you share a bit about your education journey? What happened or what helped you navigate school and college on your own terms?
yeah, so basically, I diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when I was 10 years old. So, either in my school days, mostly my childhood was pretty normal, to be honest. I used to play cricket, everything. But The only difference was I used to run slow, I used to fall frequently, and I used to be the different kid out of the normal ones. But I never felt that. My parents never made me feel different. They never put me in the spot for being different. So, to be honest, that had helped me. And also, my family and friends, they stood by me throughout this journey. And yeah, difficult phase was to me when I was teenager, when I was in college. I was not able to understand what is this, what I am going through, and it was pretty difficult. It was a lonely phase. So yeah, that time I feel friends and family came across, and they stuck by me throughout. Even now they are the important people around me. So that had helped me most to. It's okay to be what I am. I have tried to ask questions which I didn't never have any answers for. Even now I don't have answers, but yet I kept going. Mainly, I'm grateful for my parents. They never stopped me or asked questioned me about any decisions I took, even either studies, career, or any life decisions. So that had helped me a lot to go forward in life and keep pushing myself.
Definitely, sir, a strong support system is what anyone needs.
Yes.
My next question for you is what drew you towards a career in IT and what made Infosys feel like the right fit for you?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. I always enjoyed solving problems, and I was looking for the opportunity to work in technology and all. I started working as an intern first, then it got converted into a full-time opportunity, and it allows me to helps me that not only physical effort doesn't matter, also the thinking skills and the ability to deal with the difficult situations matters. So that had a perfect fit for me, I felt. And it's been 4 years. I have 4 years of experience working in IT, and yes, that's about it.
That's a great deal, sir. Honestly, still I find students struggling to, convert an internship into a PPO
Yeah.
in normal conditions. And hands down, students like me are struggling to find internships. So
I
that's
don't
a
know. That's
huge
a
feat.
thank you.
Okay, so could you walk us through a typical day as a consultant at Infosys? Like, what does your work actually look like on a daily basis?
Yeah, I'm actually part of ERP functional testing team. So my day usually starts with the meetings where we discuss about the project updates and what are the priority tasks that we have to complete. And I work on understanding business requirements, designing and executing the test cases, identifying defects, collaborating with the developers and the functional teams, and delivering output to the customers. And it's a role that requires attention to detail and teamwork and continuous learning. I have to keep on upskilling myself as per the tech. So, yeah, that's about it.
Definitely, upskilling is something that keeps you in the career that you are in. And honestly, I also have kind of been, looking at consultant roles after like my BTech degree. And one thing that I am always stuck on is when people ask consultants, like, what do you actually do? Because the whole role, it seems like, oh, you do a lot of things. But then when you have to define it, it's like quite a tricky thing.
Yeah,
But
yes,
the way
totally.
you put it, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So it's clear you have built like a very strong career for yourself, but every journey has its own backstory. Let's go back to when it all began. I would love for you to take us back to when you first learned about your diagnosis. How did that particular moment unfold for you and your family?
Yeah, basically, it was when I was 10 years old. I was literally kid. I didn't knew that. I saw my parents. My mom used to cry, and my dad used to console her. So I didn't understood as a kid. But as I grew up, I started to understand that I have a condition. I have a condition. First of all, point is coming to the understanding that I have something that is permanent, and I have to deal with it throughout my life. It took a lot of time for me to come to that and to understand my parents. Uh, the best thing about it is my parents never made me, even though they were suffering and figuring it out things. they never backed down in front of me. So that made me gave me more motivation to whatever things I am doing right now or I have done in my past. So it is pretty tough. Even now, it is tough, to be honest. Every day it's a struggle, every day is a fight, from morning waking up uh, to completing my task every day and sleeping again. The 24 hours is very tough to be deal with it again and again and again. So it's been a very hard journey so far. I'm 28 years old. So it's been like 18 years I have been dealing with the disease. So they managed me to take everywhere all over India for any medicine available, like Ayurvedic, homeopathy, whatever you name it. They took me there, and I have seen them struggle financially as well, to generate the money to take year every time somewhere new. They have been in that path. There was a lot of anxiety. They wanted to do something for their son. They don't want him to see. So yeah, those all things I stood by me. I took them as a motivation for me, not as a what should I say, not as a something that is stopping me from moving on in life. So I have it. I still have it with me. It is a permanent burden I have to carry, but I'm doing it. I feel I'm trying my best. That's what I can do. So yeah.
That's honestly very inspiring because normal for us, people like us who have not lived it, it is very easy to say that, it's not that difficult or you get accustomed to it or you just deal with it. But when you actually have to deal with it every minute, every hour of the day, that is when you realize that that is something that we need to accept for us to continue our lives normally. So, throughout the journey, I guess there has to be like one particular challenge that MD has thrown your way, and how did you manage to work through it?
Mm. One, to be honest, there are not one, there are a number of challenges. But one that that has been difficult for me is the frequent falls. And every year I had to adapt accordingly. I have broken my teeth. I fractured my toe as well once. So that has been there since childhood. I have been keeping on falling, and I have been trying to put myself. Trying to adapt new equipments that support me. So it took a lot of. Still, I am learning about it. I am trying to adapt. Yes, that's about it. The most important, the scary moment was when I fractured my toe. I thought the that was the most scary moment so far. I have to be extra careful. I don't know. Actually, I don't have proper answer to this because you have to be careful throughout. We don't know. Even if I am 99% taking care of myself, that 1% is also a danger for me. So the correct answer would be I'm trying adapting to it every year. Every day I have to be present, and every step I am taking, I have to be very careful. I always take help whenever it's possible. My dad helps me out in home. Whenever I go out, I take from help from strangers or whoever I'm traveling with. So yeah.
So, would you say that there still exists some kind of like humanity out there in the world where people are, ready enough to like help other people
Yeah,
out?
yeah, sure. 100%.
Have you ever lived any incident like that?
Yeah, I actually
Which you are like free to, you would like to, explain, or you would want to, if not,
like
no pressure.
I got help out there. Stranger helping me, you meant, right?
Yeah, like no pressure, just like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you would want
sure.
to share something.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure about it. Like I can give you one instance where I was traveling alone. I was during the like security check in the airport. I was traveling alone, so I was not able to pack the things back in the bag. Some strangers, they came. I didn't even ask them to help me. They just randomly came and they packed everything for me, and they dropped me till the gate. So that was very unconditional. Like I didn't even ask for them. So yeah, I travel alone. I travel to Bangalore mostly. My office is in Bangalore and my cousins live there. So I went out. I asked. I One thing I will suggest everyone who is using wheelchair or dependent on someone is don't be ashamed of asking help. So I asked help without any shame, and I got help whenever I needed. So I'm very grateful for that.
Definitely. Okay, so the next question is, like as you have described earlier, your family has been like the steadiest source of strength of throughout all your journey. Um, is there anything else you would want to add into that? A person or a circumstance
I
who has been through the steadiest source for you?
Yeah, I would say my parents and my friends and cousins. I can't put one person in. They all help me in each aspect. Like my dad is calm under chaos. Whenever I fall, he just comes to me and he doesn't. I mean, right? He doesn't make me chaos. I was at that moment when I fall, I have I mean, overthinking, whatever. That is the most anxious state I am in. But my dad, he says nothing. What happened? He doesn't even ask what happened. He just comes and helps me. That calms me down. It's okay for being, even if I fall, it's okay. I have people who don't judge me. So that is one of the factor. I'm not saying he's the only one doing it, everything. My mom, she does her part. So everyone plays an important role. All of them combinedly give me great power. So yes.
Having, as I said earlier, having like a good support system and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
environment is
Yes.
absolutely a game changer
Yeah, yeah.
when it
Totally.
comes to
Totally.
that. Perspective also says a lot about how you carry yourself day to day. So let's move on to a little bit about your mindset.
Hmm.
As you said, on the hard, there are days that are really hard, and there are days which are not that difficult where you can go through the day without overthinking or spiraling. So, on the earlier days where the days are like tough, hard, and you just don't want to do anything, what
Hmm.
keeps you moving forward?
What keeps me moving forward is I don't I used to be I mean I used to be motivated by everything as I was younger, but as time went on I believed in persistence. That is, you keep doing things, when you're okay and when you're winning, but the difficulty phase is when you're not doing well. I try to just show up in those days. I try to put myself out there. I don't try to push myself in those days. I take back myself. I relax. I take breaks.
बच्चों बताया
So
चाहिए ना तो बैठा था किया
it's not always about keep pushing yourself. It's also about seeing
नहीं बताया
life. You
खबर
have to
के बोल
put yourself back and look out the world, and yeah, take breaks and be kind to yourself. That's the thing I do often.
Definitely, it is genuinely very important to be kind to
Yeah.
our own selves because we are
Mm-hmm.
the ones who beat ourselves the hardest.
Yeah, yeah,
And even I agree to the point that resting is really underrated. We really need to give ourselves more credit and rest for
yeah.
the for all the things that we do and
I
the way we
mean,
show up.
considering my condition and I want to do lot of things. There are lot of limitations. It is so overwhelming, to avoid this overwhelming, I have some certain hobbies. I read books. I started adapting to read book. I'm not a heavy book reader, but that gives me calm in chaos. So I do certain activities. Yeah.
Even I am like a like an amateur reader, but if you would, which genre would you prefer reading on your harder days?
Um, I, I would read any book that is relatable. I find it fun. I don't prefer genres and all. I read everything.
That's great to know. Okay. So has a living with MD reshaped how you personally define strength?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, it is a long journey, as I told you. You have to keep adapting to condition, and it is not normal, right? It's not consistent. It's very overwhelming throughout the time. So it made me, I had to do certain things. I never thought I would be dealing with certain things. Every year I am adapting. Every year a new situation comes up. So that mindset, that perspective gave me different mindset towards life. Yeah.
Also, I have often heard youngsters in our age group being like always spiraling on the thought that we are not doing enough. We are
Mhm.
always behind someone because of the whole social media, the way that, the world is moving, the technological changes, the pace, the fast pace at which the world is moving. What would you have to say on that?
Yeah, as I told you before, that be kind to yourself. The word I used is, I can also relate to that. The overwhelming society, the screen time, everything is fast these days. So in order to slow down, you got to do what you got to do. First point is, but in a
Definitely.
in a manner, there is a way you have to do, take it slow and steady. You can't always push. We are humans. There are other things to do than career and salaries and all these things. We got to take breaks. We got to go out there, meet people, watch movies, have chill time, spend some time with friends and family. So you got to do everything. You got to balance. You can't control everything. It's, we think that we often think that we control everything, but that's not. We have to let go of things that we can't control and focus on what we can do. That's it. Don't overdo it. You are doing okay wherever you are. You have to ride your own tide at your own time. There is no competition here. That's it.
That's definitely some good life advice that our generation can take from.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's do a little myth buster. What's one myth about muscular dystrophy you'd love to set the record straight on?
Um, One myth I would say is that if a person uses wheelchair, his life has been like, he can't do anything in his life. I have heard many people consoling me, oh, you are using wheelchair, like it's a very sad thing to happen and all. I'm fine. Using wheelchair actually made my life open to so many new things I never thought I would be doing. So that is the big myth, that people understand that using, if a person is using wheelchair, he is bounded, limited to so many things. But I don't believe that. In my condition, it is the opposite. I got to exposure of meeting people. uh, I go to reading clubs. Uh, I travel alone. That is biggest thing I can ever put it out. Yeah.
Definitely. So, I think we could say that the world needs a bit more of empathy rather than sympathy
Yeah,
when it
totally.
comes to people around them.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so let's take a roundabout and come back to your professional world again for a moment. So, since it's like such a big part of where you are today, and it just proves so much to the people and to your own self. Again, let's come back to the support system. What kind of support or accommodations at Infosys have made the biggest difference for you?
First point is, I would say, accessibility is not about only ramps and elevators and support. I would believe for me, it's about managers and teammates who understand you. Specifically, in detail, if you want, I would say manager. You need a manager who understands your situation and allows you to work at your comfort. The my workspace is also very friendly. There are people. I have security team who comes to till my desk. They help me throughout, from coming to the office to exiting. They are there, and my manager who always supports me. If I'm not feeling well, she doesn't even ask any questions. So that makes very big impact on your work life. So you need people, as you said, we need empathy than sympathy, right? So that helps me work even harder for the company and the team.
Definitely, that is just the kind of push that you need.
Hmm.
And one thing I would like to repeat that you said is we don't need more of ramps and accessibility things things, we need more people who are understanding and more open to perspectives.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, since you have such a great manager and people around you at your workplace who support you and help you move forward, what would you want HR teams and companies out there to understand about hiring and including different people with special abilities and just people of any background and everyone in general?
Yeah, that is one of the good questions. Actually, what I faced is when I was changing I worked in a previous company and came to Infosys like a year back. So what I observed is my question for the primary question is, can I get work from home? They don't understand muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy is not like any other disability. It's a permanent. You can't. People have very less awareness towards it. I try to explain her my situation. I want work from home. Commuting to office and going back to home as a muscular dystrophy patient, it's very difficult for me. I can come monthly once, but regularly it's very difficult for me. So they are like not understanding about it. After joining the company, I put down many mails. They see disability very differently. So I feel it's better to get some awareness about muscular dystrophy and see it in a different disability. And I have faced one more difficulty is regarding the work from home. I have to put mails again and again that I am differently able and I have this much percentage of the disability. Every time I have to show them that I am differently able. That is not fair. If a person is saying that he is differently able and he can't come to office and work, he told you that he's shared you his vulnerable side. So that part
Exactly.
that part has been not taken seriously. I feel they should work on that more.
Definitely. We need more people understanding just people out there, honestly, to put it
Hmm.
very simply, because
Yeah,
it's mentally and physically exhausting.
totally. It's very exhausting to ask every time you send a mail. It's difficult.
I can understand that, but not being able to live that is like understanding that and living that is like a totally different thing again.
Yep. Yeah.
But it actually sounds very exhaustive. So commands to you for doing
I
everything and
totally know.
being okay. So before we close, we'd like for you to speak directly to the people listening to you, especially those who might see a bit of themselves or their loved ones in your story. So for this section of questions, okay, for 1 second, I see a hand raised. Let's just pause for a bit. Bharat MD Foundation has raised their hand.
This
Do
is Rama
we?
here.
Yes, ma'am. Please go
Thank
ahead.
you. First of all, I would like to thank both youngsters. While the session was starting, tears were rolling down. Why? Because as a parent, as well as you both, on the first instance, I should thank you. On the first instance, when I asked Sunil, will you be able? Ma'am, I'm ready. His answer was that. And he was asking, like, how fast or how, in which month you want me to do. Thanks for that, Sunil. And the words you spoke are very, very, very inspirational to me also. One tide, our time, which stuck me. And Rishti, thank you so much. We don't know if Manisha ma'am joined, might she might have introduced me, introduced you to us. Thank you for this good volunteering work, what you are doing right now. My question to Sunil is, uh, we spoke about the mental health, we spoke about the office, we spoke about many things, inclusion, empathy, other many things. uh, what was your first thought on buying a car? Recently you bought a car. Congratulations
Yeah.
on that.
Thank
That
you.
was a reel which made me to connect to Sunil. I was just going through the reel, and by the way his posture, his standing posture was There, I thought he's with muscular dystrophy. Immediately I texted him. He said, yes. How come I know? Then all this happened. Your reaction, or else your thought on buying a car,
Yeah,
buying.
basically it was a dream long due. So actually, there is a small backstory to about whatever things happened. Is I had a freak injury. I told you, right? I had fractured my toe. So I understood that life is. I took life too granted. Since then, I wanted to live in the moment and live every dream I have. Since then, I have been pushing myself to live every dreams I had. So in January, I took my parents to Dubai. This was supposed to be our first international trip. So yes, that was crazy. And yeah, having a car. It has been like a childhood dream. I didn't think that I would get it this year, but you never know how life works, right? I got the thought, and even now I have only one thought. If an opportunity comes to me, I am doing it. That's the only mindset I have right now.
Good one. Very good. Thank you. Many of the Becker muscular dystrophy parents are on the call now.
Hmm.
They have joined.
Yeah.
And what is your suggestion, or what is that you would like to tell the parents?
Uh, to tell the parents, that's a heavy task, but I would say is like if your kid is having Becker muscular dystrophy, I would say don't see him differently. As I said, don't be sympathetic, be empathetic. That is fine. Support him at whatever his dreams are. He may be different, he or she may be different, facing difficulty in walking and all, but his dreams are same. He wants to watch the movie, he wants to be with the friends, he wants to study, he wants to graduate, he wants to get a degree at whichever thing you want. Support him at whatever he does. Just be there for them. I would say that is the easiest thing you can do. Very underrated thing. Just be there, see them grow up, help them with the daily challenges, and tell them that it's okay. This is the thing that we never ask for, but it is what we have. Accept the thing we have. There is grief. You can't get over it. There are times I too we are humans. I too take time and cry. It makes me human because I can fight, but there is a limit to it. I can't keep on fighting every day. I take breaks. My parents, I mean, there is still the connection missing regarding the mental health. They don't get it much. But if you are a muscular dystrophy parent, I feel it impacts the parent as well as the kid. So, in order to be sane, you have to take time with your kid, understand, give him space, get also be consistent with physiotherapy, and you are doing good. Don't take blames on anyone. So yeah, be kind to yourself and be kind to your kids. That's what I could say.
Thank you, Sunil.
If I
Mm,
sit for too long, as I
mm,
work in IT, I have to sit for a lot of time. So I get muscle stiffness, soreness,
mm,
and the frequent falls.
mm.
That you have to be a bit very careful. You have to have the tools. I mean, the support systems around you, and you have to adapt it accordingly. It will not happen in one day. You have to slowly understand the situation and get the things. Like I got wheelchair 2 years back. It was not there for me before that. So it was a big decision for me. My mom was very scared that I am getting a wheelchair, but now she is more than happy. So you got to take certain risks, not for yourself, but for your kid. If your kid is, I mean, dealing with something, you have to make them understand that it is completely okay for what we are, and help them getting the assisted devices, whichever makes their life easy. Yep.
True, true. Okay, I am done with my questions. Let us open. Vrishti, whomsoever are raising their hand, we will give the opportunity to them to talk. Any doubts? One specific
Sure.
request to this group is please don't ask any medicinal questions. Please don't ask him those questions which make him I mean those questions, please don't ask him related to medicines. Keep the, I mean, don't ask them. That only the request is. दवाई के बारे में नहीं पूछना है, बाकी किसी के बारे में पूछ सकते हो, दवाई के बारे में इस कॉल पे इनसे नहीं पूछेंगे, ठीक है? Thank you, and we are opening this. You can raise your hands one by one, and you can pose questions to Sunil. Okay.
ओके सो एवरीवन द फ्लोर इज ओपन। जिसको भी सवाल पूछने हैं हमारे गेस्ट से वो अपने हैंड रेज कर सकते हैं एंड विल वन बाय वन पोज द क्वेश्चन टू हिम। Whoever has the host controls, could you please unmute Pawan Venkata?
Sai. Pavan Venkat Sai.
Yes, please
I
go ahead.
cannot read the whole name. I'm so sorry for that.
Yes,
Okay, no
Pavan
problem.
Venkat Sai.
Okay, no problem. Hi, Sunil. Very thanks. Okay. How is the difficulty in secondary education?
Secondary
getting
education. Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 6
What do
to
you
10th.
mean by secondary?
Under 6 to 10th. You are diagnosed in 10th age.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
So from onwards, up to 10th, did you get any difficulty?
Yeah, I mean, difficulty, as I said, difficulty was always there. I used to fall down. I used to run slowly than other kids. That's where my parents observed the difference. Something is wrong. So we had gone to Bangalore Nimhans. So I would say, as I grew up, after things were normal. I used to climb stairs, taking the staircase support and all. As I grew up, difficulty had been kept on increasing. So that's the only progression I observed. I didn't use therapy back then, physiotherapy. I was not I didn't have that much of knowledge. I mean, my parents were also figuring it out. So I wish at that time, I started physiotherapy. My condition could have been more better. So yeah, that's what I could say. Focus on physiotherapy more and
How can
breathing
you control fall
exercises.
down? How can you control fall down? Only physiotherapy only?
Physiotherapy, we can't control anything. That's what I'm trying to say. What we can do is we can strengthen, we can mobility.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Thank you.
Yeah, you answered it better for me. Thank you. I also don't have much knowledge in this.
Great. Thank you, Sharda ma'am. I think it's been 1.5 hours. Thank you, Sunil, for joining us.
My
And
pleasure.
it has been a very inspirational one. Many things to learn to the parents, to the patients, those who have joined, for everyone. Vrishti, please go ahead. Thank you note from you. I'll be happy. After that, I'll thank both of you.
Just before that, like before we close, if it is possible, would you want to like just speak one line that you would absolutely want the audience to remember from today's talk?
Hmm. So yeah, as I mentioned, since 18 years, I have been dealing with disease. There have been ups, there have been downs. But one thing has always stood with me is you have to keep on fighting with it, no matter what. You have to put your work. I mean, we have this condition right now. I am in this situation right now. What I am doing with what I have plays an important role. So keep doing with what you have. Rest all is in God's hands. So trust in God's plan. That's it.
Definitely, consistency is the key, I believe.
And also, one word is be kind to yourself as a parent. Be kind. Teach your kids to be kind to themselves, even if they are dealing with such the dangerous disease. So please be there for each other. That what builds connection, and that what makes your kid stronger and yourself stronger and kinder.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lot many learnings.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for opening up and sharing all of this with us today. Conversations like these are exactly why we do what we do as an organization, because I believe real strength isn't something you read about in a pamphlet or, in books. I think it's something that you hear in someone's voice that makes all the difference. To everyone who joined us this evening, thank you for being here, for listening, and for being a part of this community and asking such wonderful questions. On behalf of the Bharat MD Foundation, we hope this conversation stays with you. It helped you, cleared some of your doubts and maybe gave you a sneak peek in what your future could be like. Uh, I wish you all have a very wonderful evening and take care and see you all at the next session. Thank you.
And I want to add one small thing.
Please.
Actually, this is my first time doing it. I was very nervous before this.
You were
So hope,
absolutely amazing.
yeah. Thank you very much. So to the parents who have asked me questions, hope I try to answer it well. Maybe I could have answered it better. So you can connect with me. I have shared my page. If you have any kind of doubts, you can message me regarding the muscular dystrophy, BMD. So I can try with whatever I have, whatever idea I have. So yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity again.